Hurricane, a tidal wave, essence perfect, life looks brilliant, give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, yeah, you bury me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy for the light. It's got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Get you out of my head again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me. I know you bury me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy for the light. It's got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Get you out of my head. Get you out of my head again.
Hey everybody, my name is Lauren Goodnight and this is Auntie Collins and we are OLE talking about AEW Revolution in our post show. I can't believe it. This is my first time doing a hosting on this and it's actually a little less daunting than I thought it would be.
Welcome to the producers. Yes, it's a wonderful little weird place to be, but how's it going?
It sure feels like a thing.
AEW Revolution is definitely a thing that just happened. For sure.
Oh my God. Okay, so I came into this thinking, oh, this is going to be very good. I came out of it realizing that I had seen the pay-per-view of the year in March.
There are definitely 3 matches on this card that are definitely match of the year contenders. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. I found the overall show to just be so palatable. You know, there was something in this show that I felt I could show anybody. And it's been that way for a few months now. So, hey, Millie, what you doing? Let's show you for a sec. I figured out how to do it.
Woo!
Hey, Millie. Oh, yeah. Oh, and I can hide it too. Fantastic. I know what I'm doing now. It's some stuff that you just can't learn until it happens in front of you.
Yeah.
So, oh my God. So were you at the event?
No.
You were at a watch party.
Yeah, I'm at a watch party. So currently right now I am in my best friend's living room. Hi. Everybody can say hi.
Throw them up for us. Hey.
Throwing it back. There's my husband. Hello. All the pepperonis are over here. Yeah, there's 4 pepperones just
that's so cute,
hanging out. So my best friends and I like to make it a little tradition that every time that one of these pay-per-views happen, that we hang out together, we have food together, and I love these people. These are my wrestling people, and I just like sharing these special moments because some of us started watching wrestling like 2 seconds ago, and some of us have started watching it literally from the womb. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. So
that's so cool. Bobby's over on Twitch. What did I'm sitting here producing and I just missed action. What happened?
Oh, my best friend just kissed me.
Yeah. That's Brody.
At least it wasn't my butt. On my cheeks.
I mean, cheeks, different cheeks.
Yeah, not my face. I mean, on my face, not my butt.
Your butt.
Bobby,
So we don't do that
man.
anymore.
Hello, Lauren and Auntie. Lauren, you're owning this hosting. I knew you could do this, dude. I couldn't do it without you. You've been you set aside time for me to learn. You set aside time for me to digest it, and you
think
made
it's
sure I
on the
had my shit
aqua.
together. So I'm grateful for you as much
It's-
as
Oh no, that's a
as
piece.
anybody in this situation. To
What
be
bottle
fair,
did you bring?
Ed has been on
My
it with
green
me.
one?
Mark's been very kind. Astrid always so
I have
so helpful.
since you walked in,
So-
it might be in there.
It's always good shit.
Oh, it's right
Oh,
there.
hey. Let's see, Millie. I didn't
What
watch.
about
I'm here
Millie?
to hang out with us and support.
Goddamn
We
Millie.
are going to give you some
Goddamn
entertainment about entertainment. So this is going to be good.
Yes.
We will do our best to keep you as engaged as humanly possible, Millie. This was a damn fine show, and the pay-per-view replay for it is worth grabbing, in my opinion.
That's good to be said.
Ed is
Damn it.
in saying, hey, everyone. Hey, Ed, what you doing? Freedom Mama. Oh, I think I know who that is. Hi. Hey, Ellie. How you doing? Fuck yes. Damn, we're getting a whole bunch of cool people in tonight.
Can you just bring an empty water bottle?
Hello, Will
No.
Ospreay, Kyle, Tony, Mariah, Kenny, Kanosuke.
Give
3
me some
match
water.
your contenders. I agree with that too. I think you're right with 3.
I've been trying to
let's,
get my water bottle. I'm sorry.
Epi said, "Get fucked."
Now I'm just trying to
Yeah,
figure out who
true.
all's in the chat. We got some people in the
Oh.
chat. Holy crap. I'm feeling good about this. All right. I did not watch 0 Hour.
Oh, you didn't watch
You
Zero.
watched- No, I couldn't. I was putting together. Okay.
Tell us about your day. Thank you.
So Dad's chair had broken. It was a fairly old chair.
Oh,
And we got a
no.
new chair brought in, but it was in pieces. And so I was like hauling in 90 kilograms of chair.
Oh,
And I hurt my back doing it. I got it all open. I got it ready to put together, and it was broken. So I had to deal with, returns and refunds, everything else. There's no way I can haul it back out of the house.
right.
So-
What are you gonna do about that?
Exactly. So that's what happened instead of 0 Hour for me. But I know that you and your pupperinos are more capable of
Yeah, here, I'll
multitasking
I'll
than
do
I
a-
am.
So I could go through a run through for you.
Yes, please, please. If you could get us off on the right foot. Yes, Millie. This is exactly it. Off to a chaotic start. This is how we fucking do it.
Oh
And
my gosh.
freedom. Yes, Ellie. That's exactly what's up. It's once you make the best plans, once everything fits into place, it just takes one little broken hinge
Absolutely
to ruin every well-made plan. Every
Amen.
single one. Now, my well-made plan was hoping that you would watch the 0 Hour and take the burden of the first few minutes of discussion.
Sure.
Here we go. Auntie, what the fuck happened for that hour and a half?
Sure. So starting off, I mean, we did have the wrestle aunts. You had RJ City, you had Renee, the panel of people. Jeff Jarrett was there. Paul Walterhausen was talking. Blah, blah, blah. A little cute little intro. We jump right into our first match, a couple minutes in, of Blake Christian, Vanilla Baby, and Lee Johnson teaming up against Commander, the ROH TV champion, and Hologram, with Alex Abrahantes, who is sporting a black eye, which when he came out, I went, oh shit, I didn't realize that he got that injured, which is crazy business. But definitely a match to start all matches. I mean, it is an ROH heavy 0 Hour.
Yes.
So I'm very familiar with all of these folks. We started the match with Lee Johnson and Blake Christian right at the bell, which was super fun. I love matches that start right away. It was a lot of going inside and out. I mean, Commander is in the match, so you know that he's going to jump off things and do crazy shit on the apron.
Yeah,
There was
Commander
a
and Hologram. Oh,
yeah, exactly. So
and Big Shotty was in there. I mean, Lee Johnson's like one of my favorites.
I mean, Lee Johnson's in my boy stable. You know, he's just
Is
one
he?
of those
Okay,
ones
good. Okay,
I
good.
will forever be cheering for.
Same.
But
All right.
it definitely was a match to be talking about. Commander did get the win at the end, which, I mean, he's your champ, so in Ring of Honor, that is. But he sprung off the back and into a destroyer onto Lee Johnson, and then he went back up on the ropes and did a massive dive right as Hologram also hit a 450 to win the match. Absolutely perfect way to start off your 0 hour. And it's one of those matches that I would encourage you to go back and watch on the YouTube because it is free. It's free.
And I'm going to have to go back and rewatch everything tomorrow anyway, because I would like to watch it as a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Because sitting and watching it as a fan is very different.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, I want to do this. I want a podcast. I want to simulcast. I want to enjoy being a fan.
Yeah.
You don't have to turn everything into profit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's part of the cool part about that is I will definitely be watching much more closely than perhaps I would have been before.
It's a different lens for sure. But after the match, we do get Renee Paquette interviewing the writer-director of Queen of the Ring, the movie. I'm not sure if you're going to go see this movie. I'm
not now.
Why?
Because I thought the way that Damaris Lewis conducted herself was like, did she have to spit in everybody's face right after Kyle and Will basically destroyed their bodies for 40 minutes?
I mean, I'm not going to put
I'm not interested in seeing
terrible
the film anymore. I'm not interested in seeing the film anymore.
I'm not gonna deduce a movie into one stupid comment that was made after a match like that. I mean, I'm not gonna fault someone who is probably not well trained to speak about wrestling in that regard. It was a stupid thing to make that comment, but I'm going to go support a very indie movie that deserves so much love and appreciation in the fact that it is only for 4 more days. They're only going to be in theater until Thursday, and that's it. So I want to support everyone that worked on this movie. I don't want to deduce it to somebody's stupid ass comment on a pay-per-view because I really want to support the people that put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into getting this movie made with the little amount that they did have going along.
My question is it good?
What do you mean, the movie?
Like, is the movie good? No one has been able to give me a straight answer besides and is good. Of course I'll want to go see it. And if I miss it, it'll be on streaming in a month and a half.
I'm not a movie connoisseur. I'm not the right person to have that conversation because whether or not a movie is good or not, or worth your time or not, I love seeing stupid ass movies all the time. I think the Scream franchise is one of my favorite. Are they good movies after the first or second one? Probably not. Am I going to have a good time? Am I going to be entertained? Hell yeah. Do I like supporting good things that happen? Like a story being this I don't know, showcased on the silver screen. Yeah, hell yeah. Do I care if it's good or not? At this point, no. It is not to say that, all good movies are entertaining, because guess what? Not all good movies are entertaining to me. I am a simple person. Does it entertain me? Yes or no? That's all I care about. So
That's one of the fairest assessments of any kind of film critique that I've ever heard. That's super fair, super honest.
Did I like it? Did I have a good time? Yes. Okay, fine. It's good to me. It's good enough. I am not an astute, I'm not going to give it a percentage or a letter grade and think of it from, did it make me think? Is it a intelligent? I don't give a shit. Like, I love Twilight. Yeah, they just mentioned you watch Twilight. I watch
Twilight is good when you've got like riff tracks on it, or when you're with your friends being just horrible with it.
I love Twilight. I will fight Twilight until the day that I die. So
Bobby has an opinion, and it's a very smart one, that it's an important story. He's very much into wrestling history. He even has on OLE, they do an amazing series on wrestling history in Canada. He says, this is a very important story. Mildred Burke is a trailblazer and a legend, so I hope they did her right. I have heard positive reviews of it. Okay. He also said, profit? No. No profit. And thank you, baby girl. I love you and I miss you, and I'll see you in a few weeks. I miss you. When the girlfriend shows up, we say, hey.
Oh, hello, girlfriend. Yes. Hello. Your second match for 0 Hour, by the way, as we jump right in. Your TNT champion, not Daniel Garcia, is not just fighting. He's not fighting Adam Cole, which I thought would be the match, but he is teaming with Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong versus STP, my boys, Shane Taylor, Carly Bravo, and Sean Dean of the Infantry, with our ROH Pure Champion, Lee Moriarty. This match was bound to make you want to watch Ring of Honor because these guys show up on Ring of Honor. And I wanted the match so bad to be Daniel Garcia versus Adam Cole once again. I want to see Adam Cole be rewarded for his hard work lately, because you can see it in just his body.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But
it's like he's coming out of depression or something.
Yeah, I love seeing that. I mean, everybody's been broken up with before and had a little depressive moment, and then you get your wind back in your sails. And I feel like we're watching that happen with Adam Cole. But Daddy Magic did join commentary for this, and
I love that.
Like the previous match, this match started running. I can only say that there was a lot of chaos, where the Infantry did get the upper hand for part of this match, which made me go, okay, well, obviously STP is losing here. It just matters of who are they putting over and when. We do see Hook, Samoa Joe, and Shibata in the box. They look so cool. They are in the ops, the OPP.
Yeah.
And
that was hilarious. I think I heard that, like, because I was just listening on this, and I was like, did Nigel just
the OPP yeah.
Yeah, ops and OPP are two different complete things.
I mean, it works.
OPP is wow. That's one for the youngins.
But the Undisputed Kingdom, a la Undisputed Era of NXT, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong work really well in this match. I think Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong versus Infantry match is on the horizon. If not, I don't think it's happened well in that regard, but not like that. But I would like to see that happen more so in Ring of Honor. I'm a little bit selfish there, but there was a lot of really good moments. Adam Cole really wanting to hit the Panama Sunrise, but there were blind tags happening where Daniel Garcia wanted to be in the ring, so you could feel that tension on the good guy's side, while STP is a well-oiled bad guy machine. Yeah. However, there was a moment where Daniel Garcia had Shane Taylor up on his freaking shoulders.
Wow.
And yeah, the big guy was up on Garcia's shoulders. And I think that was the point of the match, that you went, okay, Daniel Garcia is getting the win on here. He can't get a TNT match, but he made Lee Moriarty tap out, which I do not like when champions are the ones tapping out.
Yeah.
However, Daniel Garcia and Lee Moriarty, they had a Pure Rules match where Lee Moriarty did get the belt. So it was a predictable match, but I want to see it further develop. I don't know if Tony Khan is going to do that for me, but we'll see.
He needs to move over to Blue Sky. And then he can actually listen to people who give a damn.
He loves listening to people who actually don't give a shit, but
I know he needs to stop. Let go of the Twitter. Unplug yourself from the poison and just like get back to it. Get back to what you love.
Yeah. Well, the next match that's on the card is Chris Jericho versus Gravity, which never really started, never really ended because of a DQ. Okay. Jericho clocked Gravity with a baseball bat, and it became a 3-on-1 beatdown. Bandito rushed to the ring. It should be noted that Bandito and Gravity, both brothers, their mother and sister were in the crowd. This is where I hate this part, because Gravity got his mask ripped off. And you know how I feel about luchadors getting their mask ripped off. Yeah.
I hate that moment. God.
So it was a really dramatic, long, drawn out moment. You're waiting for someone to come down to the ring to save, maybe be another 3-on-3, maybe something would happen, but it was just a really long out, drawn out segment. It was not my favorite. Ref Aubrey kind of ushered the mother and sister into the ring, and they were trying to protect Gravity's identity. And Bandito was protecting him as well. However, Jericho, being the asshole that he is, said, "This is what you get. This is what you get." And Jericho flipped off the crowd and left. Such great story development. If there is a hater for Chris Jericho, it is me. That is who I am.
If there are no haters left, then I am dead.
On to your thoughts on ROH 0 Hour, given the lack of women. We could have had a Face of the Revolution match for the women, and they could not do that. I guess they don't have enough women on their roster that would easily have a fantastic 8 minutes. I guess so. I guess Tony Khan just forgot that they are hired and have contracts with them, and could have put on a better show than this waste of time segment for Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
They couldn't have used this segment or used this time for, I don't know, say the night before on Collision, or I don't know, Ring of Honor.
Maybe. Wouldn't that have been nice? Jesus. Ed says Jericho now on the Hogan treatment. Fuck Jericho. All my homies say fuck Jericho.
Yeah, all my homies say fuck Jericho.
For real. So tell me about the next one.
Okay, this is the 0 Hour match that everybody is wanting. Okay, this is Big Boom AJ.
Oh, boom.
Orange Cassidy coming out with the Rizzler and Mark Briscoe. Big Justice is there as well. Versus MXM and Johnny TV. Taya Valkyrie is also there. I mean, the Rizzler dressed as Orange Cassidy, it was the cutest thing ever. And his little I
So
don't know what
silly. That's
it's
something
so
that like
silly.
yeah, it's something an 8 or 9-year-old would be like, yeah, I'm down with the chicks. It's very, very real. Like it's very genuine that this
Mhm.
is dumb young kid shit, and I love it. And of course,
Absolutely.
I love when kids come cosplay at these events. So seeing him as a Clementine Orange was pretty sick.
We do see some celebrities in the audience. Adam Devine, I think that's how you say his name, and Tony.
Adam Devine. Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, at Divine. Okay.
Is it Lovine or which Adam was in there?
The one that was in Pitch Perfect. But Tony and Adam from the Righteous Gemstones are ushered to ringside, which is just going to foreshadow what's going to happen at the end of the match. But this was just fun, silly, everything. Mostly because Mason Madden basically said, fuck them kids. And honestly, fair. But it was a very silly match. So if you want to see silly wrestling, this is what you will see. The crowd really wanted Big Boom AJ in the match. I absolutely love the Costco guys. I think that they are the best thing that AEW has brought in. I would like to see more things with them because it is just super silly. Yeah, I mean, this match, the good guys won. There wasn't really much to it. This is also where I was taking a outside an outside break, so you're kind of watching it through the window, you know.
That was your bathroom break time.
I mean, yeah,
it was your moment of zen before the big show.
A moment of zen. Yeah, you have to do a little puff pass ass. You know, that's just how you kind of. You know, that's how you get through all these things, right?
That's fair. That's fair. That's so fucking fair.
But we do note that Harley Cameron did come and appear during this match. And her and Taya kind of had like a little scuffle, which I hope
good
leads to something because I absolutely adore Harley Cameron. I think that she's fantastic and needs to be on television more. So all in all, it was a funny, silly match that got you ready for the big old pay-per-view. At the end, Orange Cassidy brought Adam and Tony into the ring, and they hit a double choke slam on Mansoor of MXM before putting shades on and posing with Orange Cassidy.
That was awesome. I did see little bits and pieces, and whenever I can see an MXM match, I always get super, super thrilled. So I just think they're great. I just think they're great.
That is your 0 hour. Now that we are 30 minutes into our post show, if you want free wrestling, it's available for you on the YouTube. Just don't read the live stream comments because apparently AEW doesn't know how to. I don't know.
They don't mod.
Subscriber only, or I don't know, mod.
They don't have mods. They must not. I mean, at this point, like what are they even doing sometimes? Like where they have their holes really shocks me. Like there shouldn't be holes at this point in this ship. That's a hole in the ship.
Yep. Sorry, I'm also drinking coffee because it is 9:45 at night. I know that other people are tired, but you know what? I've been going since 7 a.m. this morning. So
good work. Good work.
I started.
I'm done. Time's out.
I started my morning with Wrestling Made Me Cry, and now we are ending with this stream. But
I would 110%. I would 110% mod that chat.
Yeah.
I would do it for I was about to say I would do it for union wages.
God.
Gonzalez.
Wait a minute. No sold, no bird noise me. Listen, sir. We are zooted and we are feeling great. Okay.
We're having a nice time.
We're having a good time.
Don't harsh my vibe. Don't fuck this up for me. I deserve something nice after the last fucking week.
Yeah.
And this is that nice thing.
Yes. All right. Well, are you ready to jump into the show
Yes.
proper?
Yes. Oh my God. Tonight was white gear night, baby.
Well, yeah, we start off with MJF.
It was so good.
Okay, but first he comes out and you hear Adam Page's old music, and I was like, oh shit, because we know that he's turned face. So it's like, is he going to go into face
mode, into full face mode? And then MJF came on out there, took his heat. Man, he can get it nuclear. I love it.
I hate him so much, and I think that that's exactly what he wants me to do.
Yes,
But
he's talented, and we fucking hate him. It's great.
So when Adam Page came out, I was trying to figure out what was on his pants, and I want to know, was it leaves? Oh, it was smoke.
It's the bottom was a burn type shred of matte and shiny over red hollow to make it look to red and orange hollow to make like at the boot level,
sure,
make it look like it was on fire, and then upwards you had smoke, and along the thing as well, along the leg as well, you would have more openings with the fire hollow colors. So that's what was going on. I may have been like, how do I describe this page?
Yes.
Piece of
no, it was
clothing?
Really cool.
But I thought it was great. His and this. Okay. I also noticed the haircut.
The haircut was very okay. Do you have? Is your
very
natural
pre-ROH?
So here's the thing. So if you have curly hair and you've ever gotten a diva curl cut, it was very like basic diva girl cut. But I'm showing my hairstylist this next time, because that's the kind of haircut I need.
So good.
It looks so good.
Oh. As we sit here do this.
I love a diva girl cut.
I love that he can still pull off that cut like 10, 15 years later.
I know.
It gives me
still
hope.
Baby though. He's so baby. He's so cute.
He always was. He's so cool about this. And it looked good. It dried well. It wasn't super frizzy. If he had kept it much longer, he would get into like Seth Rollins amounts of frizz.
Yeah.
And like he doesn't need that kind of bother.
That's
just damage.
He's just hot to me. Like there is nothing about Adam Page that I've never gone, you know what? Like that's green flag energy. That is hot to me. And I barely like cis men. Like that's just there's just something about him that I
wait, MJF
love.
or Hanger?
Hangman.
Thank God. Okay.
MJF is the kind of person that would have ruined my life in my 20s. That now in my 30s, I go, I will not even associate with that person.
Ed, you have had growth.
I've been fucked around way too much, man.
That's what growth is. You gotta hit the top of the concrete before you can push through it.
Amen.
Oh, can we talk about that angel's wings, says Jose. The way Max's face hit the mat made me jump because it was 35 degrees away from a shoot J driller.
I know.
It was insane. I hope he picks that up as his secondary.
It looks nasty.
I don't mind the dead eye, but if he can make the angel's wings go that fast every time, then that would be an excellent secondary finisher.
So, yeah, I mean, what did you think of this match?
Me? Oh, I had a great time. There were so many little things in it. MJF was just having a constant temper tantrum. I thought that was great. But he also came at this match in a very methodical way. And I thought a lot of these matches were extremely methodical and in a good way, because it was like, we're going to take it down. You know, we're going to do this much damage. Then we're going to bring it here. Then we're going to bring it there. Then we're going to have a little bit of it. It was like a dance. And this was the first thing for me that said, oh, okay, they're going to spit on each other. They're going to do maybe count outs.
Sure.
They're wearing cool fucking gear.
Mhm.
Someone got a haircut. And the only thing that made me go, oh, Jesus, was MJF bumping his balls into Hangman's face and being like, oh, you're the main character. I'm like, yes, he still is. He still is.
Mhm.
Always will be.
So,
Let's see.
I
Have a
loved
great
how
rest of your show. Ed,
yes.
we love you. Get some rest.
Yeah, the spot out on the outside with the tombstone on the chair did not break. Commentary going, the chair didn't break. And it's like, yeah, it didn't break. But did you see how Hangman landed on his freaking shoulder? And then you're seeing him get up at the barely 9.99999 seconds to get back into the ring. And his arm is already starting to bruise. So, sir, that looked like it hurt. And then he had to go through and do a friggin' buckshot lariat with that, sir. Sir, you okay? You okay? But
I don't think our baby boy is okay.
no, I don't think it was okay. I mean, from the start, this match was a slugfest. I think MJF thought that he had Adam Page's number. However, with this is not the same Adam Page that he wrestled in 2019. This man has burnt down houses. He has gone to war. He has been in cages. He has been in death matches. This man is different. And
He is. And he's been doing death matches like since he started. There are pictures of these guys with just there's a picture of Adam Page looking like he's fresh out of high school, covered in blood.
Yeah.
So, well, we're not prior performance is the best indicator of future behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
Jose is not wrong. Things not breaking for a bump makes it look deadlier, honestly, not to jump ahead. But this is also found out that the boys later fuck around and also find out.
absolutely. But yeah, you see it's a match where Hangman Adam Page is trying to put on the buckshot lariat because we know that is a established finisher. So he's trying to do it this whole time. And MJF catching the arm, putting him in these holds that I can't even describe beyond they are arm holds, and MJF kind of blocking the rope breaks. So Adam Page had to use up his stamina, use up all of his energy, use up everything in him to somehow break the holds. That would make me tired. Make anybody tired.
It would.
But getting to the end of this match was great. I think the correct person won. It is the person that I predicted to win. But this match was nothing that I predicted in the intensity of this match. But Adam Page going into the Deadeye and then using the angel wings. It looked gross.
Yeah.
But I like that he took that from CD and he's now using it. So
yeah. His redemption arc is about to be sick.
It really is.
I'm so ready for this. I'm ready. I'm ready to come back from that TA Magnum deal.
Yeah. But what do you think of MJF getting a clean pin here?
I was fine with it.
Okay, great.
But MJF didn't get the pin. Hangman won.
No, MJF he was cleaned pinned.
Oh, clean pinned. Thank you. I'm like, okay.
Cleaned
that
pinned.
Kind of, yes, I thought that was
Cleanly
fine.
Pinned.
I am A-okay with that. The
Yes.
right man won. I would have been. Sorry, I opened another tab to make sure that I hadn't just hallucinated.
No, Hangers won.
I didn't just want him to win so bad. I hallucinated it. Yeah, no, I had no problem with that. I was surprised there weren't more shenanigans. And like I was expecting way more shenanigans from MJF, and we didn't get them. So
yeah,
okay. I'm not gonna be upset about it at all.
Yeah.
Well, but was this it might not have been match of the night, but it was damn sure a great opener.
Absolutely. But you ready to jump into the next one?
Yeah, next one was Momo Watanabe versus Mercedes Moné for the TBS championship. And I really like Momo, so I've really been looking forward to this match. And I thought that it was an excellent show out. It made Momo look like a goddamn beast. Mm-hmm. And Moné does what she does best, which is take tons of damage and while she's waiting to strike, and then strike at the end, and the win was immediate.
Mm-hmm. The thing that I've seen with Mercedes as someone who was a huge Sasha Banks fan is that Mercedes really thrives against these Japanese wrestlers, right? These smaller in size wrestlers, but packed with power. And I think that Momo gave her a different kind of a match than we've seen before. But Mercedes is really known for elevating these talents that other people wouldn't normally have seen. I mean, hell, just in the past year, every person besides Britt Baker that Mercedes has had a match against. I mean, Stephanie Vicor. I mean, is there a cooler wrestler that got to be put on such a large stage like this?
Oh yeah. That was fantastic. She really has grown just so much. And when she works with the, not the American style wrestlers, she comes out looking like a gem. Mm-hmm. She really does. And this was no different from that. She, handles these moves very well. She does great reversals. It was just, it was good to see. Billy Starks was also watching.
So it was funny because they're like, oh, she's taking notes. This bitch had nothing on her paper. Her
pad was as empty as my head. Understandable.
And I mean, it was funny because it just looked like I don't know if you played sports in high school, but I was a lot on the JV squad. So the JV team usually plays before the varsity. Yeah. And so you play your game and then you sit in the stands, and I usually had to do homework. So that's what it reminded me of. Like after you showered and finished your game, you're just sitting there doing your homework. And you know what? You're distracted by whatever, basketball or volleyball or whatever game is going on. But yeah, there was nothing on that piece of paper. I would have liked it if she was like, oh, writing down, like being exact, like playing into it. But good on her. It means that we are setting up for Billy versus Mercedes, which could lead into Athena versus Mercedes at All In. And that's what I'm here for, because I think that without Athena, there would be no Ring of Honor right now. And Athena is absolute perfection. So great match. I don't have any complaints. There wasn't anything that stuck out to me particularly, other than Momo had such a great showing. And I think there was a moment where she's up on the top rope, and the way that Mercedes kind of looked at her, she was like, oh, I didn't realize you were going to get up on the top rope that quickly. And she improvised as she went, but really great match. Mercedes looked fantastic and strong. And
Was that leaping drop kick where she went from like one
Yes.
rope and over? Oh,
Mhm.
that sold
Insane.
me. I was so proud to see that. I was like, okay,
Mhm.
showing up and showing out. Beautiful work. Beautiful,
Yep.
beautiful match. People have given Mercedes so much shit since she
Mhm.
started in AEW and since she started in NJPW. And I was like, maybe give her a fucking second.
I mean,
And now, I mean, the women's division looks different. And
Yeah.
I just want more women's matches. I mean, this card was stuffed.
it was stuffed, but
I could have done with more.
four women on this card in a match.
You could do better. You could do better. You could do better.
How many men? I could go on for
Way
days.
too many.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
And the number's even more crazy if you put 0 hour in there. I don't know, but when I see we had 2 really, really, really good women's matches tonight, and it just makes me want to see more of them. Just give
I
us
know.
more. You're not doing bad. Just do more.
Yeah, I did like how Momo took the Meteora and attempted it multiple times. I mean, she did that last night on Collision.
Yeah.
I like seeing that because it means that she studied her. But I don't know. Mercedes winning, that's the right move. So
We love you, Bobby. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate your backup. I appreciate your brain. I would not be able to do this if you were not here. It would not happen. Bah.
Okay. Well, are you ready to jump in to the next match?
Yeah, absolutely. Swerve versus Ricochet. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I am biased on this match.
Oh, for whom?
Swerve.
Oh, okay.
Auntie.
Listen, there's a
Madam
Ricochet
Collins.
fan out there. I don't know. It's not me, but it could
Madam
exist.
Collins. Really?
Yeah.
I love how Ricochet though is really it feels like he has this fully realized character and he did it himself and it feels good. He got put with some really good people at the beginning and now it feels like, oh, he's a decent part of the roster now. He's a reason to watch stuff instead of, oh, he's been relegated to speed.
Yeah.
I feel like, this could have main evented too.
Heel Ricochet is a character that I didn't know that I would love to hate as much as I do now. I think this is the best character that Ricochet has ever had. I think it's better than what he had in NXT. It gives him depth, and I think he enjoys being a dickish heel, Ricochet coming out with Jimmy Rave's coat. Are you familiar with the Embassy and
Yes.
Jimmy Rave?
Very, very.
So, yes, you understand the prestige that goes along with that jacket. R.A.P. Jimmy Rave. We miss you all the time, bud. But Ricochet putting his own little emblem, his own little tramp stamp,
That was
if
nasty.
you will, on this coat.
Nasty
I'm gonna hope that
it looked really good, but nasty fool.
Yeah, I'm gonna hope that it's not the real one and it's a replica because that's gross. That's gross.
They'll figure something out. The crowd was really, really here for this match. Like from beginning to end, it got crazy. I was ready for everybody to be insane over it, and they were. Just this was such a back and forth match, but in the best way. It's like something amazing happens, it doesn't make the cut. Something amazing happens, it doesn't make the cut. And they were going for the pin constantly instead of setting up combos. And I don't know, man. It was just like, who is going to figure out how to set up combos again? And no one did. But everything that happened kept that tension going.
Yeah.
And,
the undertone of having the robe part of the match was really great as well.
Yes,
and
it was done so nicely.
Ricochet using that to just taunt Nana, which I had predicted that maybe Nana was going to turn on Swerve, costing him the match.
Right. It was the other way around.
But it was
Yep.
Yep.
It was Swerve. It was Nana basically playing dead. That went and got his shit back.
Yeah.
Properly. I loved the ending. The Spanish announce desk was in fact not the table.
It was called a solid oak table, and I said, when have any announce tables been A, solid, B, made of oak? Like, oh, it's doubly reinforced. When have the Spanish announce table ever been not pieced together by gum and a hope and a dream? You know, it's one of those tables that historically should just, you know, explode. But
so what did you think about the interaction, like the really sweet moment between Nana and Swerve after the match?
I mean, if there's anyone who's going to fight for Swerve, it's going to be Nana. And as someone who has been watching Swerve wrestle for a very long time, I mean, he's from my neck of the woods. So knowing that he is our hometown hero, I love seeing him regarded in this way. And I think that Nana respects him. But having Nana leave and then come back was such like a sports entertainment thing.
It kind of was. It was there just to get the emotional pop.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I still loved it. I thought it was so good.
Did you recognize Leslie Jones in the crowd?
I did. She was about this. I was like, please, all of us. I would be on my feet just screaming. Like, I'm not a slur kind of girl, but Ricochet could have got hit with some. I'd make up a new one. I'd make up a new one just for short wrestlers.
I just love that Nigel McGuinness on commentary was like, "Oh, that Prince Nana's mother," and Excalibur had to inform him who she was. I didn't know if that was a setup or anything, but that was hilarious.
I was like, Nigel.
Yeah.
Nigel, you nightmare human.
Yeah. But there was a springboard Rana that happened. I don't know which way that they split when they do the things. And if there's anything that Ricochet does, he moves his body in a way that I don't understand the physics of it. Right. But somehow the momentum was stopped by Swerve, who rolled it into a power bomb and then picked him right back up and went right into a power slam, which imagine the strength that you have to stop a moving, like twisting object to power bomb them, to scoop them back up and do a power slam. Like it wasn't even in the beginning of the match. It was towards the end of the match, which that takes so much energy. And I would only think that Swerve had some sort of, I don't know, fueled by adrenaline strength here, because that was insane.
That's him though. Mm-hmm. Like that's him every match. He just goes deep into this nightmarish place and comes out doing like Will Ospreay level shit that he just doesn't get the same credit for.
Yeah. There was also a beautiful Northern Lights suplex, which I said I need more
it was
wrestlers.
A Northern Lights and a brain buster by Ricochet after a failed low blow. Which,
can I just say, more wrestlers need to do Northern Lights suplexes. They're just so pretty.
Are you coming from like some young bucks like withdrawal here? Because they Northern Lights suplex.
Give it to me, baby. I need some young bucks.
I need the Northern Lights.
I mean, no better Northern Lights suplex.
It was Northern Lights brainbuster 630, and then Nana got the robe. So it was just like it was Northern Lights brainbuster 1-2. 6:30, 1-2, Nana grabbed it. And that was when things got real crazy. So, but yeah, this was, if you had to follow up Hangman versus MJF with something,
yeah.
this was the way to do it. Ken Jeong was in the audience as well and giving some serious hate to Ricochet. I was very proud of him. I was like,
Well
yeah.
deserved. Well deserved.
A hard agree, says Millie. Northern Lights and Saito suplexes are the greatest.
I
Not
just love a
wrong.
good nasty ass suplex. Give me something that looks devastating. I'm a sucker for all kinds of suplexes, but if you can make it look pretty, I'm all here for it.
There were some the end had me like emotional for some reason. The end had me so emotional. Yeah, because like Swerve got down on one knee and offered the robe back to Prince Nana, who took it and was just like so happy, so proud, draped it over Swerve's shoulders like once again he was the jewel in the embassy. And then the entire arena exploded. It was really cool to watch from like a motion and framing standpoint with the way that it was shot. And I don't know. I was like, this is a good way to end this storyline. I hope it's done.
This is how wrestling makes you cry. I love it.
This is how wrestling makes you feel over dumb shit. I love it. Now, I didn't pay as much attention to Okada v. Brody King as I wanted to because I had to run and have a bio break. So take us through this one.
Well, Brody King comes out in pants. So I love some pants moments. This was a really great back and forth battle. Brody King always defies gravity, so to speak, especially with how agile he is, being the size that he is. However, I did feel like the crowd did cool down a little bit after the hype that was the previous match, which, okay, that's totally fine. You have to have some of these matches in here. But I think that Brody King put up a hell of a fight. I don't see Okada losing his title belt until All In, where I think that Kenny is going to unify the titles.
I could see that. I don't see a problem with that at all. I don't know if I'd put my money on it just yet. But that's pretty sick. What I did get to see of it, which was, I guess, the last 10 minutes or so, I don't understand how Brody King can move like he's on 205 Live. I don't fucking understand. It's just,
what do you mean?
How does he do it? I do
Brody
not
King
see
on
large
205
men
Live?
moving the way he does.
I understand what
don't
you're saying. I
see-
was like, he
yeah.
wasn't there. The way that he moves is a little bit gravity defying, because he's just a cannonball when he's running at you. But there was a chop off in the beginning that turned, well, I mean, you can't really see the chest of Brody King, obviously, but I felt like Okada got his chest hamburgered for a little bit, because those chops were just stiff as hell in the beginning. But both of these men spent time in and out of the ring. I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's okay. You breathe. You breathe for a sec. Millie says that she hates championship unifications personally.
There shouldn't be two championships. That's why the TNT championship doesn't seem important.
I didn't say it. I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I'm not gonna say you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say you're wrong.
So there was a point in the match where the Continental title got moved to the ring. And it'll come back into play later. because there was a chair that was thrown into the ring. The referee caught it and was like, hey, you can't do that. As he's turning around to discard the item, Okada hits Brody in the face with the title. And if that's how you have to defeat a giant, so be it. But this match was just really anything you can do, I can hit you harder. And I think that Okada, with his silly antics, his test of strength, so to speak, having to resort to shenanigans at the end was predictable, but it didn't make Brody King look any less, if that makes sense.
Right. He had to cheat to get this monster to sit down for 3 fucking seconds. And that was a big deal, you know. That was huge. I did see some of the ending, like he the did the belt slam, didn't get a 1-2-3. The Rainmaker was countered. There was a drop kick from Okada. The Rainmaker connected and Okada got the pin. So it's like, that's what I got to see. And there was no way to do this and make, you know, Brody look anything other than a complete monster that you have to cheat to fit, that you have to cheat to win over.
What was that?
Millie, I agree completely. He's a fucking monster. I love it. I love it. Great work. Millie also says, fair, totally fair. Just maybe if you're going to make a title, maybe actually give a damn about said title so you don't feel the need to unify it.
I don't know. Maybe also make women's matches on your card and make them feel important as well.
Women's tag. Women's tag. I would die for women's tag. You know me.
Yeah.
I would watch a if they didn't. Yeah, women's tag is cool. Ladies are just so cool. I love wrestling. Next up was what I thought was kind of it didn't drudge, but it didn't like shine for me. It was the Hurt Syndicate versus the Outrunners.
There was a moment on commentary during this match where Nigel is talking about egg condoms.
Yes, what the fuck was that about?
And it's because, you know, it's Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum. So they mentioned condoms, and I'm like kind of paying attention at this point. I'm like, okay, I'm a little glazed over. And then I hear the condoms comment, and I go, I have to tweet that right now. But I did want to mention ringside, you do see Leo Rush and Action Andretti.
Yes. Top Flight was there. Well, side top,
they're their
bottom
own
flight.
Yeah. Bottom flight.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
Oh, wrestling is gay. I love it. I love it.
Oh, by the way, during a Swerve's match, I noticed in the front row, Montezi, his podcast partner and a great friend of his, was there, and I was like, yes.
I love
all of those with all those famous people in the front row for this show to see, you know, Montezi's homie getting it was very happy to me. Unpopular opinion. I adore Hurt Syndicate. I really despise their theme. That is an unpopular opinion.
I love their theme. Yeah.
Their theme's great. We hurt people. It's so simple. I love a simple from time to time.
I love the crowd saying we hurt people. And I it's so simple. And yet this is how they should have been treated.
Yeah, absolutely. 110%. There were some pretty cool things that did happen in this match. Seeing Truth just be a complete damage sponge, that was fun. I always like to see a blonde guy
damaged
get
bunch.
beat up. Come on, beat up
We-
more blonde guys.
We were making fun of how untoned their wisps of hair were, and it just reminds me of bad beauty school, like platinum cards. You know what I mean? Like it's so bad. And
20 long rookie years.
yeah.
20 long rookie years. Oh
But-
my God. Lashley did not get the pin, although he tried and beat the living shit out of Truth. It ended up being after MVP kept yelling about how angry he was during this match. Seeing Shelton Benjamin get the pin on Floyd was quite nice. It was a good match.
Mm.
It was not.
It was. I think it was a fine match. I don't think it was a right home to your mom. This is not a match during their title run that you're going to be like, this was their best match, because I think they've had better, and they've had better on AEW television. But this was fine. The Outrunners are over, and I think there were a couple bobbled moments setting up things that I felt like were taking too long. Although the skinnier one is that Turbo? I forgot.
The one who fumbled getting on into the ring.
Yes,
that was Turbo Floyd.
Okay, so there was that moment, and it felt every bit of, oh my God, you're fucking up in the spot Ellie's on you right now. Like, that one hurt my heart to see. I was like, it makes, like, you can spin it into their characters because they're still rookies. I mean, really, this is a huge thing for them. They're still rookies. They're the youngest men alive. Even though they've been here.
But for real, the Hurt Syndicate retaining was sort of foreseen in my opinion. I was surprised it wasn't a squash.
There was a point where Turbo was no selling some right and left jabs. And I felt like that was kind of like the weird turning point of this match that kind of got it back on track.
Yeah.
And I think he went for the top rope arm drag, which if you had seen on was it Dynamite where he went all the way around?
Yes. Yes, that was Dynamite.
Doing that arm drag, and that was so funny. I thought that they were going to repeat that spot again, but they didn't. But I mean, all in all, a fine match. Not my favorite.
No, me
but
either.
The correct team won. So
Millie, that's fucking for real. As a Mia Yim supporter, I love to hate Shelton. Yeah, we've got our love to hates. And I'm ridiculously proud and happy for him. Same here. I just see so many people from WWE who were not given a fair shake thriving under different leadership. It's not saying one is better than the other, but one may be better than the other for a certain kind of wrestler.
Absolutely.
You got to have someone who understands and who wants the success instead of like making a demarcation without reason, having wrestlers sort of demarcate themselves, figure out like, where are you going to work best here? And if I put you here, will you do the job?
Absolutely.
And I think that that's something that, that goes well here. Hard work goes well here. I don't know. When you're talking about hard work, the next match was a match of the year, possibly match of the night, and should have been the main event, and makes me like, I already love RJ City. I already love Tony Storm. I already love Mariah May. I already love Turner Classic. I love them all more now because RJ wrote this storyline and these two women played it to a T. Mariah came in as this Black Widow bride, leaving flowers at Tony's memorial. Tony came in as fucking Baby Jane. I was just, makeup was perfect. Luther almost got tased. But man, bitch brought that switch. She had it on her. They used the entire front stage before they even got to the ring. It was very Hollywood. JR, I was not expecting to give what may have been the best commentary that he has given in years. He was not just with it, he was with it and like really, really into the match. It was fun watching him. It's like watching old JR where they just wouldn't tell him who won.
Yeah.
So that they could get the reaction. It felt like that. It felt like that to me. This was the Swerve Hangman of their division. It really is. And I hope that they will come back around to it. I know they probably won't for a while because they both died.
So here's the thing. I was surprised of how early this went on.
Yes.
Yes. However, considering the matches that happened,
they needed something. They needed to have something to really bring the punters back on board because, you know, the Okada match was very good. The Outrunners match, very good. But they didn't have the same love and affection that the first three matches of the night had. So bringing in Mariah and Tony for certainly the most popular match of the night.
I mean, it should have main evented. Sorry, not sorry.
No, you're correct. You're 100% correct. And I'm a huge Mox fan. You're correct. 110% on that. No question. The blood was just the right amount.
That is a lot of blood for being just the right amount.
It's perfect. I loved it. I love a death match. You know how I am with a death match, though. You can't put a death match in front of me that I'll hate. Well, no. You can. Never mind. I mean,
the only more bloody match that we've ever seen would be Swerve and Hangman.
And it's the most bloody women's match. And there are two that came close. But the match with Bunny in it in 2020, at the very end of 2020. That just absolute horror show of a match. So good, so bloody, amazing. Made some amazing graphics for the year. Just looked great. But that was the bloodiest thing before this. And while it didn't need to be as graphic as it was, the fact that it was as graphic as it
needed
was,
it. It needed to be graphic.
Hollywood. It was so Hollywood.
We needed color from both wrestlers. We needed both of them to be murdered each other. The juxtapose of going through the Hollywood sign in order to have their Hollywood ending. Absolutely perfect touch to this match.
And Mariah was the table.
I mean, we are all the table at some point.
Yes, Tony grabbed the shoe, stomped Mariah's head into the belt, whipped her with the belt. Mariah had a bit of a rousing with another Mayday, got a failed pin. She got hit with the shoe. She got put through the table. There was a storm. The storm zero through the table looked brutal.
Yeah.
But like them lying there in a puddle of their own blood was just.
Sorry, my dog Archer is don't think you can hear him.
What's he humping?
He's not humping. He's sleeping.
Oh,
But
he's sleeping.
He's barking in his dream.
Oh, like a oh, that has to be adorable.
And
Hold
then
on. How long before Cedric shows up? I don't know, and I don't have a scoop.
Yeah, I don't have a scoop there.
Speaking of someone else I love to hate, RJ City. RJ is my baby. You will say no horrors about him. I am the table, and I am the table this moment week. The I am the table moments this week alone have been maddening. I love it. I love it. It's that kind of shit that I love for real. They lay together like lovers in death. It was so cool. It was like it could have been if John Singer Sargent had really gotten into the deathmatch scene, this is what he would have painted.
That's funny.
That's how I feel about it.
But all in all, it's one of those matches you have to see because it really does put a period at the end of their feud. So
beautifully, beautifully done. Just so, oh yeah, we hear his sleepy little whimpers, by the way. His little woof, woof, woof. So cute.
He is
killing me.
Here.
Okay. So tell me about Takeshita versus Kenny-chan. Oh, that's a pupperino.
Yeah, he's bundled up. He's bundled up. Okay, well, if you ever want to see me cry, just ask for the text messages that I sent Kylie during Takeshita and Kenny Omega, because I am a Kenny Omega girly. Through and through. This definitely lived up to the hype. It's hard because you just had this huge match and it left both women unconscious, so to speak. We just watched the ending of this huge feud, and we go into Takeshita versus Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega with his Final Fantasy theme, which is not as great as Battle Cry, but whatever. But can we just have a Kenny Omega match where we aren't, I don't know, trying to injure his diverticulitis area? Come on. There were tables, there were objects, even just going to the outside and hitting him using the barricade. Come on, it's gonna be Bryan Danielson's neck over here, and every time he's just so injured, and I'm like, stop it, no.
Yeah, it made my stomach hurt because I've got gastroparesis, so part of my stomach doesn't hurt, and I used to have gut troubles, and I have endometriosis. I didn't know that. They took out the endo. I don't have the gut troubles. So at this point, it's like I just kept holding my stomach buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, your poor guts, your poor tubes.
Yeah.
I feel so bad about your tube system. And I hope he's okay. I mean, I don't think they would have gone for that and then given him the belt if he wasn't well enough to work with the belt.
That's true. But
sorry, spoilers. Kenny beat an ass.
Yes.
A Rana, a V trigger, a roll around, and Kenny pinned.
I know. And
beautiful.
So I was curious before this show started. I wanted to, because the thing that they keep talking about is how Takeshita beat him twice in 1 week. Right. So going back to 2023 All In London, Takeshita pins Kenny. Mm-hmm. And then 6 days later at All Out, Takeshita beats Kenny. Mm-hmm. And the sequence of events are very similar to the ending of this match. So I implore you to go watch both of those matches and then rewatch this match, because it was very similar and it took away everything that it needed to for this.
The
moment.
Which 2 pay-per-views were that? Because I've got a little time after this, and I'd like to be able to like engage with you about this.
Yes, so that's All In 2023 and All Out 2023. They were 6 days apart. Because,
That's right. Because AEW is AEW.
yeah, they learned this last time that they went, oh, maybe we need an extra week buffer, because how are we going to tell all these different stories
And get them right. Like this is what happens when they get it right.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to work up to 6, 7, 8 good stories, A tier and B tier stories, plus having really, really interesting shit on the
Whoop. What just happened? Where did Lauren go? Where did Lauren go? I guess she got too hyped.
I'm here.
It was like she left. She said, "Okay, bye."
I don't know what happened, to be fair. Like, I'm not even dropping frames or anything, so I don't know what happened. None of my other stuff went off, but this went off, and I'm unhappy about that. I'll have to forget about it by the end of this and not do anything in the future. But yeah, Takeshita, it just looked like they wanted to give each other so much head trauma. Like, I know the stomach, that was a lot.
Yeah.
But they just kept trying to give each other head and neck trauma.
I know.
I don't know.
But how else are you going to stop the killer that is Takeshita? And Don Callis and his non-shoe or socks wearing ass on commentary.
Was he being nasty?
He's always nasty. He never wears socks.
I'm not wearing socks right now, but I'm at home.
He's nasty.
Never wearing socks. Why wouldn't you wear socks to an event like that? Because if you end up losing a shoe, you got to walk around in like broken glass and John Moxley's blood. You kind of don't want to do that.
No,
That's
thanks.
not a fun fucking time.
No thanks.
But
yeah, I mean, it's hard because I don't feel like I have a lot to say on this match other than the ending was absolutely perfect, and I'm sitting here going, oh my god, guys, stop trying to kill each other, just fight in the ring. I felt like a mom, but you know what, it's a great match. So
I loved his Hao Ming gear. I think that's new gear for him. I love whenever Hao Ming does gear for him. It's just, you're like, okay, it's friends doing gear for friends, and it feels good.
I love that.
Yeah, and I want to know what was on the ass.
I can't read it, so I don't know.
It was done in a font that's generally used for more like countryside type stuff. More like classic stuff. It's not a sort of a this is what the hip kids use, or this is what is generally printed in books type of font. Okay. So I could not just go, oh, what's that? So I need a better picture of his ass, and it's only for translation purposes.
I need a better picture of Kenny Omega's ass. Put that right there. Clip that. 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 20 seconds. Yep, I'm putting that in the Discord. Thank you.
Great.
Making
my life so good.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
But yeah, I was surprised that he didn't one-winged angel to get the. They didn't get the pin.
Well, he
with the
had
injured angel.
He had injured his shoulder. Kayfabe, obviously,
kayfabe,
but
yes.
he was working on the shoulder the entire time, wanting him to submit to him once again. Using all of his strength to not be overcome by his diverticulitis. So
just a hot mess. It was a hot, beautiful mess. And one of these big boys came back with a big gold belt. I was like, okay. Yes. Okay, we're fine with this.
Would this be considered a Grand Slam champ?
He has won Has he
He's won the trios. He's won the tag. He's won the
trio tag
heavyweight. And now this would be the.
This isn't the TNT
international
belt though, is it? This is the IC. So it is a Grand Slam, but I'm not sure if it's the Grand Slam. Like I'm not sure if the IC title holds the
Would that
holds the same
count?
placement.
Would he need to
as
get the
the
TNT?
TNT title, TBS title, TNT title?
Yeah, it would be TNT title.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him versus Mercedes Moné for the TBS championship.
Jesus God, give this to me now. Have Riho do the refereeing. I want it, and I want it now. I want interferences from Mina Shirakawa. I want interferences from I don't bring in Kota Ibushi. Just bring everybody in.
Yeah.
Yes, just everybody. I just want Mina to come into a match, every match, Mina to be included. That's an idea, said Millie. Damn right, it's an idea. I'm so glad. Just be glad that none of us are writing these shows, because there would be some.
They should pay us.
Be some ideas. Yes, bring in all the boyfriends and girlfriends. Yes, absolutely. We want all the wags.
Yes.
Bring them all.
Yes.
Every wife and girlfriend. Every boyfriend. Bring in. I mean, it's Kenny, so like bring in the Bucks, because that's two boyfriends
This
right
is
there.
his boyfriends, yeah.
That's just a big old polycule. Very strange. Very strange. And very interesting that the Bucks just sort of slotted a different blonde into that poly slot. Very odd.
I mean, they got taste, so.
Oh God, this is what our life is.
Mm-hmm.
All
we got
right.
2 matches left.
2 matches left. And one was amazing, and one was the finisher. So let's go with Ospreay versus Fletcher in the cage. Neither of these men are cage match dudes. In fact, I know this was Ospreay's first cage. Was it Kyle's first cage as well?
I can't think of a Kyle Fletcher cage match, but I'm sure somebody can go on the internet and figure that out for us. But I will tell you, I went into this match going, Kyle Fletcher has to win. There's no way that Kyle Fletcher is losing. And guess what? Kyle Fletcher fucking lost. And it makes sense. It made sense.
They told us a story. I was so surprised.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's the kind of thing of this is cinema, because they told us a story with their bodies. They told us a story of these bros used to be together and now they are opposites. They view wrestling completely different, and they both are going into this match to prove different things to themselves. I think that this is one of the best cage matches I've ever seen. Probably one of the best cage matches ever in AEW. The only one that I could see being better than this is the tag match from All In 2021 with the Lucha Bros versus the Young Bucks.
That was
which
amazing.
Another great utilization of that cage. But I think that there's been so many great cage matches in AEW, but I felt like this one felt different. I was thinking, okay, what was the last cage match? And I thought it was the Copeland match, but it wasn't, because it was Swerve.
It was Swerve and Hangman.
Hangman.
Yeah. It was the syringe match.
But here's the thing. I don't even think of that as like a cage match. You just think of it as a horror match. I just think of it, yeah, it's like a horror. Like the end of
all of their matches are together though. Like they are Swerve is a huge horror hound. He fucking loves horror films.
Yeah.
And Hangman seems like the kind of guy, because he did teach high school.
Yeah.
He's going to be interested in a good story.
Sure.
So put that together with like horror dude and deathmatch king. You get a new deathmatch king at the end of it. Beautifully done.
But there were a couple spots in this cage match that had you screaming. I mean, they started the match, or they started the everything being on top of the cage, which was nasty business.
It looked so good.
At the end of the match, there was that nasty ass Spanish fly off the top of the freaking cage. I mean,
very, very impressed with how that looked. You know, it looked dangerous, but you could tell neither of them got hurt. So it's just like
Kyle Fletcher licking the blood off the steel cage. Nasty business. Both of these men probably are tasting pennies. It probably smells like iron in that ring. And you know what? It's the type of deranged that I thought would be in this kind of match, you know?
Beautiful, beautiful work. Davis coming in and fucking shit up was a great time. It was
him
just
trying to get in
with
the bolt cutters was just so funny.
That was great. Just fantastic, just diabolical fucking work. But they were both in white gear. You knew what was coming. But man, just every time Will remembered that the cage was a weapon, he got the upper hand. And you could just sort of see him, he gets beat down, forgets, I'm in a cage. That's a weapon. He forgets. Oh, wait, I'm in a cage again. What scared me was how certain Fletcher and Ospreay were when they were doing work with the screwdriver.
Okay, so
I was like, that was good. Because
Kyle Fletcher getting that screwdriver, it was like, okay, we're planting weapons here. Yep. Obviously, the screwdriver does go back to, Don Callis and that whole slew of the Don Callis family. The fight between that was insane. But also, knowing that the thumbtack spot of doing the Styles Clash was not the craziest thing to happen during this match.
Not even remotely.
It was like number 4.
There were some things that were definitely not done for, like, they were done for the sickos.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man. The barbed wire, the screwdriver, the multiple brain busters, when Fletcher stuffed the blood-soaked UE armband into Ospreay's mouth. I'm like, I'm sorry. There's nothing straight about what's going on here. This is not content that I was expecting from this, but okay.
Exactly. But
no, they did not kiss. You're fine, Millie.
It's too bad. But yeah, at the end, Fletcher yelling, "I fucking hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
You son of a bitch. I fucking hate you."
And getting his head taken off with the hidden blade. Ospreay picking him up, hitting the Tiger Driver to put Kyle Fletcher away. And on his way back up the ramp, you see him limping, which is a sign of a good fight, but I really hope that this doesn't pull him out of action for too long.
Yeah. He beat the spray tan off of that man.
I was hoping you would mention it, because when it panned right back to Kyle Fletcher,
he's got what moisturizer did he use before he sprayed? Because
so it looked like crepe paper, like if you've ever actually got
film. It looked like a film was being sloughed off.
Yeah,
and so I understand he was covered in fluids, but still. Like,
crazy.
I guess he just beat the tan off of him, and I can't even. That's another one. That's another clip right there.
Yeah, he beat the tan off of him.
He beat the spray tan off him.
I love it.
I love Will was on Chris Van Vliet's show talking about all the crazy moves he just can't do anymore, and yet he threw himself off a cage. Yes, what a concept! But Kyle screaming at him was the perfect way to encapsulate what this showed, which was that Kyle, worked really hard and he busted ass to get as good or better than Ospreay, and then he wasn't. At the final moment, he knew he wasn't, and he had to say how fucking much he hated this man, because how else was he going to convey that if he couldn't win? It's like, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. Dead. Damn, it was beautiful. The end was lovely. Lovely. Lovely work.
Absolutely. Fine.
Could
fine
be
ass
match of the night. Could be match of the night.
Could be match of the night, match of the year. I don't know. I'm here for the ride.
You're thinking match of
so-
the year? I like that.
I like a good storyline. I like blood.
This has been a great pay-per-view for all of us then.
Yep.
And
And
the final song. The
on
final
this day,
song on this album. The
I
final
see
song on this album
clearly.
was obviously Metalingus.
Oh,
Now I guess that is now the Judas of AEW.
it's a far
Judas
better song.
has been phased out, and now they're going to get their money's worth with Metalingus, and I think that's a great thing. Good job. Fantastic. And if you're drunk by the end of it, no one knows what you're saying anyway.
Exactly. I love what they've been doing lately of kind of having the crowd sing the chorus of Metalingus, which we all know by now. We've been singing it for 20 years, so which makes me feel very old, by the way.
I don't know. It's so. I'm trying to make fucking notes. There we go. I'm trying to make notes over here. Not doing well, I suppose. This was the Mox match was fun. Mox's matches are fun, but it was not up to the same caliber as MJF Hangman, the Hollywood Ending, or the cage match.
I am probably Adam Copeland's like number one cheerleader. I will cheer for it when it doesn't make sense. I go into things blindly. I am delusional. And yet, I don't know if it was just because the last couple matches were just so fantastic. Was I too zooted? I don't know.
You were not too zooted. You're not too zooted. That was I was on Blue Sky. It
The
seemed like that was a
vibes.
common vibe.
Yeah.
And that the ending was hilariously well done.
I mean, they started the match doing hockey fist fights. Like, okay, if that's the kind of energy that we're going to take through it. And I felt like it was like they ran out of steam a little bit. I noticed that Moxley did come to the ring alone,
Yes.
which was very strange, which made me go, we're going to see members of the Death Riders. I hate this storyline so much. I don't like it. It doesn't make sense to me. And Adam Copeland was in gear that was very similar to that of Bryan Danielson.
Okay.
So,
I see what you're saying.
It's very Seahawks, very different front, because Adam Copeland is usually in reds and blacks.
And he was in that blue and neon
Penny.
green mix.
Hold on.
But yes, this was a pretty good solid graps match. All the way through the match, there were really no shenanigans. I mean, we went like we were close to 15 minutes left and there were still no shenanigans. The audience didn't get irritable with him. I was very happy about that. Mox just sort of stuck on Cope's neck, and we knew he was going to do that. It is what it is. The ops, of course, were still watching on the same way that they had been during 0 Hour. And Copeland kept pulling, one thing after another out of his bag, like the impaler, but he could not make the cover. He could not keep the man down for a 1, 2, 3. We knew it was going to get fairly nasty once Mox pulled up the floor mats. And he, of course, will stomp anything into a concrete floor. We know this.
Oh my gosh.
So
when that was happening, did you ever watch It's a Wonderful Life?
Yes.
So you know how in the movie they're dancing on that school gym, and the school gym parts and the swimming pool is underneath? This is how I feel every time that they pull up the mats, because I go, what's going to be underneath? Is it going to be a pool? Is it going to be a skating rink? It's just concrete, but still it's quite hilarious to me. But
yeah, very, 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 very cool. It was good graps. It was grappling. It was mat grapples is what it felt like to me. Yuta finally did show up, and I was like, if you could change your fate.
Oh my God.
Yuta, would you? No,
I mean,
he smacked the shit out of Cope. Jay White distracted him, and then Yuta beat the shit out of White. They fought their way up and down. Now, then Christian Cage cashed in.
I mean, here's the thing with Yuta, because we saw last week, Yuta left. He left the Death Riders and walked out in the middle of what they were doing. And so when they were panning the camera to Yuta, and he could have speared either Copeland or Moxley, for a second I went, oh man, we're getting a Yuta turn.
We're finally going to get our Yuta turn. I thought we were going to get it too. That swerved me so hard.
But and then Jay White coming in and then accidentally hitting Adam Copeland with a briefcase.
Good shit. Good shit.
And he promised he would be on his side, which
I thought the hand cover when Mox had the bulldog choke on Cage and Cage was hand covering on Cope. That was hilarious. I had not seen that done that way before.
Would have loved if they did 1, 2, 3, because they
just hilarious. It. Yeah. I was just beautifully done. I hadn't seen that particular shenanigan before, and I felt it very refreshing.
What did you think of the failed cash-in then?
I'm glad that shit's over.
Yeah.
Cage is so strong with what he's doing. He doesn't need that.
Yeah.
It's like it was an accessory to what was going on. He could come out with a clipboard next week and it would make no difference. He would still have the same gravitas as, having this contract that, some people didn't even know was a fucking contract.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am glad to see that contract stuff kind of gone. I wish it had, not gone to Cage in the first place, because it was not his to have.
I mean, it was not meant for it. There was supposed to be a Luchasaurus
and we haven't
sort of
seen
impact
him.
on him, because he's probably not coming back.
He's injured.
He had a complete heart issue.
Jesus.
Yeah. He got a infection, right? Luchasaurus got a lung infection. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
He's such a nice dude too.
He's not coming back for
a while.
Really. Yeah. Or ever.
Or ever.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean, John Moxley defeated Adam Copeland without touching Copeland.
Yeah, which means there's going to be more. We're going to see this. We're going to see him run it back again.
But do you want to mention the final angle?
The final ending was fantastic. Nana came to get in Mox's face because obviously Swerve has next. And so the security stepped in. I was kind of, expecting there to be some physicality because Mox doesn't have any problem with physicality on the NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
And Swerve from the top of the goddamn stairs.
The moment the camera's panned, I was like, "Oh God, he's gargoyling."
It's fucking Batman up there.
What the hell? And he
It's
just like, took
Batman
a
up there.
second, and then he jumped on John Moxley surrounded by a bunch of cronies, which
Beautiful.
iconic. His music played out the evening. I can't wait for AEW Dynasty.
I can't either. The catch was beautiful. I was like,
Mhm.
they could fuck him over so bad. This could be the end of the bam, perfect catch. 4 people under him. Gorgeous. Beautiful camera work. I think this made some great cinema. We had a majority fantastic matches. I don't know. I would onboard people with this, especially if I knew they were into gore.
Yeah,
It wasn't as gay as I'd have liked. But I think that's
always
because
they
they let Tony and Mariah keep all the gay. Except for the United Empire armband being stuffed in the mouth thing. I'm sorry. There's nothing straight about that.
There was nothing straight about Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay.
There's
tonight.
never anything straight about them.
No.
So much licking.
So much licking.
Each other's blood.
Oh. But all in
Oh
all,
my God.
what did you think of this pay-per-view? This is, I mean, we have a string of pay-per-views next. So April 6th, we have Wrestle Dynasty.
Yep, we have Dynasty. When we have
The end of May, we have Double or Nothing. And then in July, we have All In. So we just kind of have back to back to back to back.
You are correct.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm looking at it right now. And then Forbidden Doors the next month.
Yeah.
No, it's April, then May, then July. Then so we get like a month and a half between Double or Nothing and All In. And then we get a month, and then we get a month and a half before Forbidden Door. These are going to be some good times.
Penny Lane.
I'm so excited for All In.
These dogs.
I am crazy excited for that. Oh, so crazy excited. This was, I mean, out of 5 stars, what would you give this night?
A Revolution is always great. I always think that it's the better pay-per-view out of all of them.
Yeah.
For AEW. Three out of 3 of these matches are match of the year contenders. I'm looking forward to things in the future. So, I mean, out of 5, I would give it a 4.5 out of 5.
I agree completely.
Mm-hmm.
I agree completely. And, I'm going to give it up to that audience. They could have gotten so tired.
Yeah.
And yet at the very end, they were just like, we're still going to get down with Swerve's music. We're still going to dance with Nana after all of this and all of this emotion and intensity.
Hi, buddy.
And
I'm almost
so
done.
big ups to the audience as well. That is Penny Lane. Millie
No,
is
this
very
one is
happy.
Archer.
Oh, this one is Archer. Oh.
Yes, this is my Chichihua, my mama's boy.
That's so sweet. I can tell. Is that who was going earlier?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, he's ready for bed. Yeah, you ready for bed, buddy? Yeah, I'll go to
Well,
bed
it
soon.
is 2 in the morning where I am, and it's only 11 p.m. where you are. That said, you have been going since the past crack of dawn.
Yeah.
And I am so grateful that you came and did this tonight because my God, this could have sweetie.
Archer.
Sweetie had to move real quick.
He said, "I need to get out of here."
I need to move. I do not want the
Yeah, I'm
spotlight. I
okay.
do not wish to be perceived any
Wait,
longer.
I'm not okay. Oh,
You good?
woo.
Oh, there you are.
I'm okay.
Yes. Yes, fuck yeah.
Archer said, "I don't want to be here anymore. I want to get out of here. I'm gonna jump on my dad. I'm gonna go jump on my dad. I'm
And
gonna leave."
Millie is in Central Time Zone, so we get that. But you guys are in Mountain, yes? No, you're in
Pacific.
You're in Pacific. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
All the dogs are doing all the things. Shall I do my little plugs?
yes. Let me see if I can pull up your banner real quick. Okay.
I mean, if you click on the Honor Ramble banner, I'm right there.
I'm looking for yours specifically, but I can do the Honor Ramble one. Remember, this is the first time. Oh, here's yours.
You're doing such a great job.
Yours.
So you can find me anywhere there is a social media _queer auntie. I am live Thursdays through Sundays. If you follow me on social media, you'll know when I go live because I'm either tagged in things, reposting things, or urgently trying to get you to watch them. Follow me on all social media so that you know when we're going live. Thursdays, I am here back doing Honor Ramble, which is our Ring of Honor post show. It's one of the only Ring of Honor post shows left in this space, so you're going to want to come and hang out. Saturday, we are doing a RuPaul's Drag Race post show called the Mother Talking Post Show with my host, Jose on the air. And then I am over on Fightful Overbooked doing Wrestling Made Me Cry with my co-host, Kylie. This week, Kylie is my guest for Collins on the Rocks, my happy hour show on Friday evening. So you won't want to miss that.
That is fantastic. Well, my name is Lauren Goodnight. You can find me over on my Twitch at twitch.tv/Lauren Goodnight. Lately at night, we've been doing Sukeban Nights Forever, which is watching retro Japanese television as react content. And during the day, I play video games. Also, don't try and find me on Twitter. Those bastards. I am at Blue Sky for you at laurengoodnight.bluesky.social. And you can also see me on Mark Talks Wrestling's show, where he has me as one of his GMs on his My Universe page. I am so happy that I got to do this with you.
I always have so much fun with you.
And this is our first solo duo show.
I know.
We got to do this more.
I'm down. If you want to do it all the time, I'm down to do it every time.
Well, shit. Okay. I'm in. I'm fucking in. And occasionally we have Andre in as the girly squad.
Yeah. Iconic.
But
iconic.
For real, this was so good. I had a fantastic time. Thank you, Millie. You're being very, very kind. Everybody has been so gentle with me on this. And I couldn't have asked for a better on-screen.
Yes, everybody in the chat
for this.
right now, give Lauren her prop adillies right now for producing such a great show.
Yeah.
You did a great job. Yay!
Thank you.
Yes.
I hope to do it again soon. Heck, I might be the one doing it next time. Who fucking knows? I don't see why not yet. Anyway, this has been fantastic. Thank you so much for watching OLE. This is Auntie Collins. My name is Lauren Goodnight. Good night.
Bye.
Let's see if I can figure out how to end this stream right. Outro. Screw it, let's-
Hurricane, a tidal wave.